I've trained calisthenics for 10 years. I've solely focused on strength. But what's on the other side? What can we learn from endurance? This is my journey to running a 70-kilometer ultramarathon in Japan. Okie dokie, boys and girls, it is day 64 of Road to Shimanami, and I just got done running from work back to home for the first time, which was quite nice, 15 kilometers, and it's really something different. Usually I basically go outside the door, I run like a certain course, and I go back home, and so basically you end up where you started, right? But this was kind of a different feeling. It's like this sense of achievement, when you don't just get home, but you arrive somewhere. Well, I arrived home, but it's like it's a different place from where you started. And well, that's exactly what Shimanami is going to be, because it's just 70 or maybe 75 kilometers of just going from island to island, going over bridges. And well, I just feel like this sense of achievement I will get once I arrive at the final island will be something great. But yeah, it was very fun. I just got done doing a bunch of rehab and prehab exercises for my feet and my legs, and so now I'm just gonna move on to my default strength training, which I like to do every day. But yeah, when it comes to like running back home, it's actually quite efficient because usually I bike from home to work and then back, and it takes me 2 hours. But then I also have to do the running, and so basically I have 3 hours of cardio in a day. But now I was able to bike to work and then go back in 1.5 hours, and so I have half an hour of extra running, but half an hour less of total cardio. So I was even able to sleep more. Quite happy with how this kind of all plays together. It works together. But when it comes to today's training, I am kind of tired, so I'm gonna keep it. Yeah, I'm not gonna keep it easy. I'm not gonna say it's gonna be easy. It's gonna be a hard training, but by making some small adjustments, I'm gonna make it easier on my body while still making a challenge for myself and for my mind. So what I'm gonna do, basically, when you feel like you wanna horse around a little bit, you wanna go hard on your training, but you also know that you have to rest. Something that you can do is what I think talked about yesterday is you can use your fingers. Using your fingers in calisthenics will result in a great forearm workout, but also because you're using your fingers, you can less easily transfer power from the bar or whatever you're using, or the ground, your height, into your body. So because there is less, I guess, capacity to transfer power from, for example, in the pull-up your lats to the bar, your forearm is going to be the limiting factor, right? Instead of your lats. And so even though it feels very hard because your forearms are dying, your fingers are dying, you're in pain, your lats are still, having a good time. But you don't realize it because you're still dying when it comes to your fingers, right? But this is a great way to rest, in my opinion, because, the forearms are a smaller muscle. They will recover more quickly anyway. They take less away from your recovery capacity. But of course, be careful. Don't do this every day, but once in a while, I think it's great. So that's what I'm gonna do today. I'm gonna see if I can get to like 100 pull-ups. I'm gonna start on just 2 fingers like this and see where I end up. I'm gonna do this in an EMOM style, so 1 set every minute on a minute with 5 pull-ups. 5 pull-ups. It's not challenging, but it will be if I use my fingers. So let's go. Oh boy, my grip is the limiting factor. I will not be able to do this for 100. But I guess once I am not able to do 5 pull-ups anymore, I can just move on to 4 fingers in total. So let's keep going. No. I'm so weak. Okie dokie. So, as it turns out, my forearms are weak to the point that I don't even have a back pump right now, even after doing 100 pull ups. Well, I guess it took me 20 minutes, so it's not really like impressive 5 pull ups every minute, but my fingers are feeling tired, painful. But like I said, I don't even have a back pump. So, in order to make up a little bit, I am gonna do one set of frontlever, just a little bit of dessert, because guess what? When your training is fun, you want to do more, right? And so right now I did some training to hold myself back. I held myself back properly. I think that deserves a reward. And basically, I'm going to allow myself one set of frontlever raises to get that back pump, which I so long for. So let's go. All right. Whew. There it is. Okie dokie, so that's gonna be it for today's training. I wasn't holding the bar fully with my hand in order to protect my skin, but even so, in the front lever, it doesn't take a lot to get a good back pump, because in the front lever, all of your back is just engaged constantly, all gas, no brakes. It's such an intense exercise. Of course, you're gonna get a back pump, I got this comment the other day saying, well, it's isometrics, it's not good for muscle building. And whoever commented it, I say, I disagree, right? Because as long as you're going hard in your training, stimulating the muscles, you're gonna grow. You're gonna grow stronger. You're gonna grow muscle. There is no doubt about it. It's just that's the basics. As long as the intensity is there, you're gonna build muscle. Whether you're doing 1 rep or 100 reps or 0 reps in the case of an isometric. And in the front lever, when it comes to engaging muscles, there is not a single muscle in your back that is not engaged during the front lever, and so it's gonna be insane for back gains. I'm doing more pull-ups right now because I want to heal like my little flank injury from the deadlift completely, and I think the pull-ups are allowing me to do so. But before I was doing all of these pull-ups, I was doing front lever. My back has been built for 95%, maybe more, from front lever. Front lever holds, presses, raises, pull-ups, you name it, I did it. But if it contains front lever in the name, it's gonna be effective for back building, whether it's an isometric or not. But yeah, that's gonna be it for today's training. I'm gonna head downstairs and have some dinner. And well, tomorrow I'll be running back to work, so hopefully that goes well.